So high pressure has been in charge of the weather for many weeks now, but moving into the weekend we start to see a change in conditions. This area of high pressure starts to move away to the south, and this allows these weather systems to start moving in from the north. Now I think by the end of Sunday most parts of the country would have experienced some rainfall, with the highest totals across northern areas. Now moving into next week we start to see a north-south split developing in the weather. We largely dry across southern and central parts of the UK, moving to quite warm temperatures midweek of the high 20s or low 30s. It'll be cooler in the north with a higher chance of rainfall. Now the effect of this changing conditions on the fishing might not be clear cut, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. So starting with the national overview, and it's quite a simple picture this week. The conditions across all areas are good and they're remaining so for the rest of the week. Now given this northwest-southeast split that's developing in the weather next week, I'm just going to focus on those two regions in this forecast. So starting with the northwest, now the current rating on our Feeding Opportunity Index is 73, which is the good category. And as a reminder, this combines various meteorological factors, and these act as either a push or pull on the fishing. Now, I should stress this is just a general figure for a range of species. It's purely meteorological. So whether you actually catch on a day is dependent on many other factors such as watercraft or fishery management or even local weather conditions. But so take this as a general indicator for a range of species. So for this region it's been rather good. The warmth load has been fairly optimal. It's been slightly cooler than it has been in recent weeks, which has been beneficial, and surely the cloud conditions have helped as well that have occurred throughout the week. Now moving into next week, the obvious story is the rainfall. Now it looks like there's going to be some rainfall on Saturday and Sunday. This coincides with a drop in pressure. Now much is said of the effect of these drops in pressure on fishing conditions. To some extent that can be overstated. Certain species respond quite well, such as carp. For other species there hasn't been any sort of demonstrable effect on the fishing. But broadly, and we do include a pressure change in our opportunity index. So it might help, but I think more importantly here is going to be the rainfall or temperature. Now, temperature is going to be dropping off slightly into the weekend, increasing slightly into the low 20s, moving into the middle part of next week. Now, with the rainfall, because it's been so dry, it might actually have a slight cause a drop in dissolved oxygen in certain water bodies, and that's because it's been very dry. The ground is like concrete, so the runoff's going to be very strong. Now that's going to carry quite a lot of dissolved organic matter into the water bodies, and that can cause this drop in dissolved oxygen, at least temporarily. So what I would be looking personally is to leaving it till slightly after the rainfall event to let that effect clear through. Now moving into the middle part of next week, looks like there could be some showers on Tuesday, possibly some light rain on Wednesday. The issue with this is there's quite a large spread across the models, as indicated here, really from Saturday through till Wednesday. So it's going to be a matter of checking the short-term forecast for this. But what's going to be beneficial here is the slight increase in wind speed. Now another factor that we've had occurring quite a lot in many fisheries is the establishment of these stratification layers. So particularly during the day as the water body warms up from solar radiation, you can get this thermocline occurring in the surface layers are warmer than the lower layers. Now with the increased wind speed and the rainfall, it's probably going to disrupt that slightly. So it's going to call for probably slightly different tactics than you've been using currently. And this is particularly on the slightly deeper waters. Generally the shallower waters tend to be well mixed most of the time. Now in terms of the rivers, for this region, of course, it's only a small sample we've got here currently, but they are running quite low. So again, it's going to be a matter of knowing the river well choosing the best areas for these low conditions, but generally the areas with the higher dissolved oxygen, so weir pools can be quite good in these conditions, deeper runs, but really, slightly tricky on the rivers currently. Now, in terms of the opportunity index for the next 7 days, it's remaining good, but that really masks a slight dip that we're seeing on the website into the middle part of next week, and that's related to this increase in pressure. So as I said, that can be important for certain species, less so for others. Now, in terms of the south and southeast, again, it's rating good, slightly lower than the northwest, mainly because it's slightly warmer ongoing temperature load, but really rather not too bad across southern areas. It's been higher, the higher pressure, it's probably knocked fishing off slightly, but again, it's been pretty good. Now into next week, well, there is a potential for showers. It's most likely on Sunday, but it's not really going to have a large effect on the water bodies in the area. It's not going to be much rainfall at all. It's going to be quite brief. So really, we're looking, with this increasing temperature towards midweek, again, not great conditions. Probably the best opportunity of the week is on Sunday. Again, coinciding with this slight drop in atmospheric pressure. Models across this region, they're in a better agreement in the models compared to northern regions because of there's higher confidence in relation to the rainfall. Now, rivers across the area, surprisingly good. Now, they're set in this normal category, and this is based on the typical range provided by the Environment Agency. 1 or 2 are low, but it could be a lot worse across this region, given the dry conditions we've had. Now, again, the rating next week is good. Light rainfall could be helpful, but again, it's not going to have a significant effect on these water bodies. Now, the other regions, again, it's somewhere in between. So the northeast is going to be very similar to the northwest in terms of the fishing conditions. Midlands, Anglian region, again, we've got this lower chance of rain here, maybe some showers over the weekend, increasing temperatures into the middle part of next week. So that's the atmospheric angling weather forecast for the forthcoming week. As always, be sure to check out our website where you'll find much more information, such as fishery level detail. And there's going to be an interesting change coming on the website that will be of interest to river anglers, so stay tuned to that. But until next week, that's the forecast.